Yo, what's going on, man? I have my man Anthony here. The About It Life, I'm here at the mic with the 1% mindset. What's going on, man? How you feel?
Life is really good, man.
That's
really good. Life is good.
That's good. So it's been 2 years, about 2 years since you've been last behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
What's been going on over the last 2 years?
Traveling, man. Last 2 years I took time off simply because I was building my brand between 2013 to 2015. Was building my brand, was doing social media thing, putting out content every day. I did about like freaking over 200 videos.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was putting out content all the time, 200 fresh videos, but then the little clips every single day of each, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 or 3 clips from a 10-minute video. And then I realized that my shit is whack. Because I sound like, we curse on the show, I don't know if we curse.
It's authenticity, man.
My shit was whack. I realized I sound like everybody else. I look like everybody else. I do the hand gestures like everybody else. I'm trying to be what I think people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't want to do this no more. So I took 2 years off, man. Just travel the world. I wanted to find my voice. I wanted to really go out and build something, legit. Build something legit. So that's what I did for the last 2 years.
Okay, and what you said? Build something legit. Mm-hmm. What exactly, for the people who don't know, were you building or are you building?
I wanted to see if all the things I was speaking about when I was building my brand, if it was legit, you know what I'm saying? So all the content, all the things, I was like, okay, let me take myself out of the picture and let me help other people build their brand. Also, I was doing filmmaking. Mm-hmm. So it's filmmaking, coaching, but I wanted to see what I was saying, if it was legit. That was the whole purpose of it.
So basically what you were preaching, or what you were, with the videos as far as the marketing and stuff, if what you were saying in those videos to your audience, if it actually worked, if you took yourself out the picture. Yeah, because some people will say things and they don't even know, their product is them talking, you know what I mean? So, I'm sharing you how to teach social media, about like teaching you social media. It's weird, like I'm sharing how to do social media, right? And it's like that guy says, I'm gonna teach you, give me $10,000, I'm gonna teach you how to make $10,000. You know what I'm saying? So I took that time, I said I don't want to be that guy, and I really wanted to build something solid. So you took that time, it took 2 years, you want to do that. So how did it go? Did you obtain some clients? Has it worked? I guess that's the question. Yeah,
but then during that process, this is where the whole About It Life thing came about, where I was like, okay, during that process where people would come to me for coaching, for social media stuff, and, Anthony, I need help to build my brand, I realized that's not what they really needed help with. Mm-hmm. It was really things like discipline and responsibility and mindset, because I could show somebody how to build a brand in 25 minutes, right? We'll sit down, less than that, 15 minutes, do this, this, and this. And then I always see people struggle with actually doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, okay, this is the steps, these are the strategies, this is what you need to do. And they'll have trouble actually doing it. And it was because I was like, okay, what is wrong with these people? And that's where the whole my whole mentality started changing of what's actually important,
Okay. Now, one of the things you spoke about, you said people don't actually need help with building the brand. It's the discipline behind it. Now, as far as the discipline goes, how did you develop or learn this discipline that you have, I guess, ultimately to create the About It Life? Where does this discipline come from? Well,
it was during that process when I was building those 2 years. What was it, 2, 3 years? Building my other brand. Mm-hmm. It was the Bring the Energy brand at the time.
Bring the Energy. Okay.
And I realized that I look like other people. And based on where I'm from, I'm a Spanish Latino kid from the Bronx. Growing up there, there's nothing about me that would separate me from, that would give me credibility in the business world. What would give me credibility? This dude from the hood, You know, the only thing that would separate me is if I go out and sell something, or if I go out and create huge, massive results. So I was saying to myself, I look like everyone else. I sound like everyone else. I'm trying to be like everyone else because this is what they're saying. This is how I need to be. All the gurus are teaching me how to do it. And I'm following everybody's moves. And that's when I say, you know what? I'm not going to follow anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be different. I'm going to produce. I need to be different. I need to find myself. And during these past 2 years of me traveling the world, I had to find myself. I said, okay, what can I do to separate me from everybody else? This is where waking up at 3:57 in the morning, I need to have, like that came about. I needed to have that confidence to be able to say, okay, if I'm going to sit with somebody who does make $10,000 a month or $50,000 a month or, you know, whatever, how much more than me, I need to have something over them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I sit down with them. This guy may be making more money than me at the time, but I wake up earlier than him. He can't do what I do. So it gave me that confidence to say, you know what? I can sit down with somebody and be like, all right, what's up? Because you don't wake up earlier than me. Then that transitioned to you don't work out twice a day like me. Then that turned into you don't eat the foods I eat because I eat high quality foods. And then it started saying, okay, shit, what else can I do that other people don't do that would give me that confidence to say, okay, they're not like me, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't travel to 5 countries in 2 weeks like me. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't. So this is just this thing I had to do to convince myself that I can become someone worth listening to.
Okay, so ultimately like a mindset shift, a psychological shift that gave you that edge.
Absolutely,
ultimately.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that edge, produce results. So were these direct disciplines that allowed you to produce, I guess, the results as far as getting these coaching clients or, you know, doing the filmmaking?
Yeah. So I actually was getting clients without even promoting or anything. Like, you know, the last 2 years, all I did was travel. All I did was people saw my lifestyle as a disciplined person. They see me at the gym 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Mm-hmm. They'll see me, you know, eat the grass-fed foods or the organic foods, you know, about the grass-feds. You know, they'll see my lifestyle and they say, hey, how can I work with you? I was like, so, you know, what do you need help with? How can I help you? You know, I need help with this, this, and this. I saw you do videos in the past. I want to know if you still do videos. I want to be able to work with you. So sure, I can help you produce videos. I can, you know, what do you need help with? And that's when I realized I'm on to something. And that's where I was like, okay, this is something I really need to look serious. Like I need to look into seriously and go all in.
Filmmaking. Did you go to school for it? Or?
No.
So how did you kind of get into doing filmmaking? I know you produce a lot of high-quality film.
This comes again. From 2013 to 2015, I was like, okay, I sound like everybody else. What can I? Okay, I don't want to call myself a social media expert. Yeah, I know how to sell products. You know what I mean, online on social media. I know how to produce content, but everybody's a social media expert. So I wanted to be introduced as an artist. I wanted to be known as a filmmaker. So because while I was producing content, I would create films that would represent the content that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to teach people. But I'll put it in the form of entertainment or, you know, me running in a freaking forest or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was how that came about. Yeah. Okay,
so you're self-taught as far as doing the film work.
Oh yeah, everything. Yeah.
Okay. Impressive. Okay, so now I want to transition to the About It life a little bit more. So this is something that's fairly recent.
Yeah, right? Dropped yesterday. So congratulations. Thank you.
The About It life. That's the new brand that you're pushing for. Yep. You bring the energy now. The About It life. Mm-hmm. Where are you taking the About It life? What's the plans for the About It life?
Well, the plan is to inspire the real.
The real
ones.
Elaborate.
I feel like there's too many fake people on the internet. A lot of people who are not about it, acting as if they are about it. And basically what about it is don't talk about it, be about it. And you see me often say all moves, or follow the moves, because don't listen to me speak. I don't want people to listen to me speak. I don't want people to get motivated and driven. I'm speaking the truth. I want you to follow the moves. You know what I'm saying? If you see me do a move, you see me doing something that makes sense, or I'm at the gym, I'm doing something, it's like, and I say follow the moves, it's like, you should be at the gym. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I'm at the gym. Follow the moves. You know what I'm saying? That's for me is I forgot the question, but I get pumped up when I talk about this stuff.
No, absolutely. I mean, all right. So I mean, the original question was, where
I want to take it.
Yeah.
So I want to grow as big as it possibly can, man. To be honest, I'm not trying to appeal to everyone. I want to be so niched to the point I have my core audience, but it's an elite group of people who are just like me. You know what I'm saying? Who's right now watching, and they're at home. They're like, you know what, man? There's not, like, everything is bullshit. You know what I mean? Everything is bullshit. People acting as if, I gotta be a certain way. This is what I struggled with. I struggled with a long time. Like, I was making money, but it didn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't being myself. And now I can be myself 100%. I can talk the way I talk, dress the way I dress, act the way I act, like be who the hell I'm actually am, and attract those who is right now looking at it like, man, they don't know the way, but they know if they just be themselves and turn that knob to 1,000, they can be successful.
How has that, and that's good, right? And I love the fact that you go to the gym, right? And the reason why I've been going to the gym, or I've gone to the gym the last 6 months, is, in direct correlation to, you telling me, hey, you need to go to the gym, right? Yeah. So, it's true. And over the last 6 months or so of me going to the gym, I basically started end of August, early September. I've been pretty consistent, 5 a.m.s in the gym. And like you said, people see that, people notice that, people reach out to me. And I'm not the biggest dude. People reach out to me like, yo, I love what you're doing. You're in the gym. What are you doing? It's inspiring me. So you're absolutely right. I think the disciplines that you not only instilled in me, but that you've done, people see and people notice it. And I think that's been huge. So I definitely appreciate that. So you have, all moves, follow the moves, the about it life. I absolutely love that. Now, I know you're inspiring the real, right? Where do you, like, what's the, is there an immediate next step that you're doing to get the brand out there?
What do you mean, that immediate next step?
So you released a video,
promo video that you guys gotta watch.
Promo video that's coming, right?
Yeah.
So what's next? Now, do you reach out to people, or people just reaching out to you? Like, what's the next?
Well, I'm
just apparel. Like, what's going on?
Well, again, this for me is 100% a passion project. Okay. It's 100%. Yeah, I'm gonna make a fuckload of money from it. I'm making, I got the t-shirts going on. But for me, man, for so long I was trying to do things for the money. I was making a lot of money, and the stories, you wanted to talk about it, and I was like, you know what, man, I want to talk about moving forward. I don't want to talk about the past. And because to me those times weren't successful. Even to other people, it looked as if, oh, he's successful, he has all this thing, in his 20s, whatever. But to me, it's this is something I feel like some people really need to listen to this shit. You know what I mean? So moving forward, I'm gonna be launching more videos, putting out more videos, creating more stories through filmmaking and things like that, through a blog form, podcasting. I'm gonna have apparel. I'm gonna have, it's a business. But the number one thing is to impact the real, make people feel me. You know what I mean? I want to talk to people's souls. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody watching this video to say, damn, man, his words is legit. I don't relate to this guy who talks about this. I don't relate to this guy who's just starting this business to make money. I don't relate to this guy, whatever. But I really, for some reason, something about this Anthony kid, or this Anthony guy, You know, I'm 26 now, so you know what I'm saying. But thank you. But this, you know, something about this Anthony dude that he's real. You know what I mean? It's nothing hiding. He's just talking to me, and that's what I want.
People have external forces that push them, right?
Right.
You know, or their why, as you call it. What is it that constantly drives you and pushes you?
Honestly, man, being a human being, bro, and this is legit. We got one life, and based on where I was at in the past, I was just a follower. I thought, you know, the only way to be successful is to follow this guy, follow that guy, follow this guy, follow this guy. And I would listen to their words, but I never followed their moves. You know what I mean? And I got it from my dad, because my dad would always say, follow the moves. But for him, it was him. He wakes up at 4 a.m. He's like, yo, I can drink all night and still wake up and go to work. You know what I mean? My dad's a hardcore Dominican. He's a Dominican dude, so his philosophy is crazy. But for me, it's like what drives me, man, is being just being a winner, man. But taking advantage of what life has to offer. You know what I'm saying? You know, where I grew up, the environment, everybody's losing. You know, the parents, you know, they did their best. Of course, my dad came from Dominican Republic to United States, and they did their best. And my mom was born here in the Bronx, back in the Bronx. So they did their best with the information they had. Hey, go to school, get good grades, get a good job. And for me, I was like, ah, man, like that's not what I wanted to do. And then your friends do the same thing. And then there's a McDonald's, you know, there's a McDonald's in every freaking block in the hood. There's a liquor store in every block. There's a bodega that sells candy all over the place. So it's not an environment you can thrive from, or you can succeed. It's all a bubble that we were in. And I just get passionate about taking advantage of the opportunities that we have available, man. And that's real.
You were set in an environment, like you said, that wasn't made for you to thrive, right? Mm-hmm. So there's only a certain amount of people, you know. It's a certain mindset, typically the 1% mindset, mm-hmm. shameless plug, that really allows you to, you know, kind of step away from that, step out of that. Like, is there something you've read? I mean, I don't think it's something that you're necessarily born with, right? Like, mm-hmm. you grew up, you saw, you know, your parents, they were working, they were, mm-hmm. you know, like you said, in this bubble. What triggered that? When did it trigger, like, you know, I want something different? Like, how old were you? Was it something you saw? Was it, like, what was that mm-hmm. thing that kind of shifted everything from where you were to where you are now, or even your mindset shift? You know, when did that change?
When I was 18 years old, and my brother called me, because my brother moved out the house, at the family house, to Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. And he called me. He's like, hey, man, I was 17. And he goes, hey, man, when you turn 18, you know, I got to show you this business. And we all know that conversation if you've been approached to some business opportunity or whatever. So I got this business, cool, whatever. So he introduced me to some business model. And then I went to a meeting, but I saw this guy in this meeting. Is an entrepreneurial meeting. People are talking about success and whatever. This guy said, I was a high school dropout and made millions. I said, yo, I'm pretty whack in school. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, okay, hold on. You telling me that this guy dropped out of school and he made millions? I was like, what does he know? Mm-hmm. You know, and he was saying the books he read. He was like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, teach about financial freedom. I was like, okay, let me get this book. You know, it wasn't the book, but it was him saying, you know, I'm a high school dropout and I made millions. So what showed me, it broke me out of the mindset of like, oh, wait a minute, so you're telling me I don't have to go to school to be successful? You know, I hated school. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me I don't have to work a 9-to-5 job? And that also changed my life, because after hearing that information, I had to do internship in school. To pass, you had to do internship for high school. Mm-hmm. And I worked in Staples. And
sounds like fun.
Yeah, oh my God. I'm over here cleaning the freaking ceiling. The guy's telling me, hey, Anthony, clean the ceiling because the managers are coming. I'm like, yo, the ceiling, how you clean the ceiling? But, just a week ago or a month ago, I was hearing this guy saying, oh, I made millions high school dropout. I'm over here trying to clean ceilings. Just for an internship to pass school, I'm like, okay, I'm never getting a job. And never looked back, man. I went all in.
Well, okay, and that was with that business at the time.
Yeah, but again, at that business, I did that business, but it's you use whatever is available to you as an opportunity at the time. Okay, this is what's available to me. Let me grab this. It's not gonna be forever. Let me just see where it takes me. Let me do it. Let me go all in on that, and then adjust until you find what it is that you really want to do. So and that's what I did. I kept adjusting my way to get to where I'm at now. If I would have said no, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't want to be that, in this business forever. That's not my purpose. Mm-hmm. I would have never found my purpose. You know what I mean? I took, again, when I was born in the Bronx, no opportunities around. I don't know anything else. So somebody approaches me with this business thing. All right, let's see where this can take me. And that's what I did.
Excellent. All right, so I think that's interesting. You said you use that opportunity to kind of find your purpose, to grow in other opportunities. What advice would you have for someone who's looking to start and has no idea what it is they want? I mean, so many times I'm sure you've seen it coaching people. I have no idea what it is I want to do. I know I want to own my own business, or I know I want to do something. I just don't know what that thing is. How do you guide them from there?
Well, I'll tell them to start doing different things, and just start dabbling in different things. But the real answer is work on yourself. For me, is how can I told myself, how can I be the ultimate version of me? Right, so I would look at it and say, okay, I'm pretty whack, right? And this was the time I was, in the parents' house and trying to do whatever I was trying to do. But I'm like, I'm pretty whack. But why am I whack? And you have to accept the reality. Okay, I'm not happy when I look in the mirror, and I say, if I'm too skinny, or if I'm too fat, or whatever it is, I'm broke, or whatever it is, I would fix that first. And make myself comfortable and confident enough to be able to say, okay, I can go out in the world with so much confidence in myself that I'm gonna win and succeed in anything I do. So I would tell somebody to work on themselves. If you're broke, get some money. Because now, if you're overweight, lose some weight, get fit. Whatever it is, if you're eating McDonald's, eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because now, when everything in your life is good, fix your relationships. If relationship with your woman is whack, either you get a new woman, or you know what I'm saying, or you fix, and vice versa. Like, if your man is whack, you gotta dip. Like, you gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what keeps you down. Because you're not happy when you look in the mirror, and then your mind is clouded now. Now you don't have any ideas anymore. Well, you don't have any ideas in the first place, because you're like, okay, I'm not happy. My life sucks. You start complaining about it. So I suggest that you get your life together, man. If you're happy around your life, ideas will start to come. When you're in the gym and you're pounding, like I haven't been in the gym in the last 4 days because I hurt my ribs, and because I've been going in 2 days. Last week I was going twice a day, and then I strained a muscle, so I'm taking this week off. I was like, okay, let me relax. I'm going 2 in. You know what I mean? But that's just that. When I'm in there, you start clanging and banging, and you're like, okay, this is good. You got the music blasting. You feel good. You feel great. Ideas start to come. Yo, man, what if I did this? What if I did this? Just because I'm excited and enthusiastic just to better myself. You know what I mean? So I recommend the person watching this that has nothing, fix your life, fix yourself together. Because people think it's funny, and it's funny how people think that money is what success is. And after traveling to freaking 12 countries in a year period, actually, if you put it all together, it's actually 3 months. Traveling in the Rolls Royces, staying in the best hotels. The cops are coming to get me. No, I'm kidding. Okay. The cops in the back, New York and New Jersey. Staying in the best hotels, staying in the best vacation spots, riding first class. I wanted to do these things because, again, I wanted to see how this is the person I want to become. What would that person be doing? He'll ride the Rolls Royces. He'll travel the world. He'll go first class. He'll do everything a successful person would do. And then I realized, shit, this is not. And I look at the kind of people that are there with me. I'm like, this is not what makes somebody successful. It's about being a real person. You know what I'm saying? It's about taking everything you do to another level and taking yourself seriously to the point like, look, my health is what comes first. You know what I'm saying? My mindset, my education, my knowledge. This is why people find me so inspiring, because I'm doing the moves that they're not making. And I don't have to show money. I could just say I'm at the gym at 4 a.m. and people are like, holy shit, I can't even wake up at 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? But these challenges that I put myself to through every single day, that's what success is about. You know what I'm saying? It's about the challenges. It's about having some kind of adversity you go through every single day, and you get excited to overcome it. And I don't know why I went through that whole thing, but yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it up shortly, but I want to know who, if any, inspires you.
My dad. My dad inspires me the most because he always talked about being responsible, be a man, have discipline, take care of your family. Not once growing up, I had a bad Christmas. Not once growing up, the bills weren't paid. Not once growing up, he ever showed that, he was struggling or anything like that. He always handled his responsibilities. He always said, look, I wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. And my dad's from Dominican Republic, so he said, if I was born in this country, I'll be president of the United States. And he was like, because that's how much of I want to be what's the best job in America? And for him, he would think like the hardest and best job would be to be the president. So he was like, I would be the president, even though, I would not want to be president because it's extremely stressful. But, for him to say that and he would tell me, and I remember one thing he told me, he said, man, because when I got into entrepreneurship, he told me, you're doing this entrepreneurship thing, you're doing this business stuff, but you better make sure you go all in. And he says, you can never tell anybody that I didn't tell you to go to school, because I dropped out of the first semester in college just to do the business. But he was like, you can't never tell me I never told you to go to school. You can't never tell, you can't tell anybody I didn't tell you, right? Because if you lose, that's on you. And that to me was amazing because, so many people, so many parents, and this is a great message, so many parents try to control their kids from doing something they feel like they want to do. You got to go let them do it, to experience, to fail, and then say, hey man, I showed you the way. And that's what my dad did. He didn't try to control me. He never tried to limit my ideas. He was like, okay, cool, what do you need help with and how can we do it? Though the environment is whack, my friends are whack, my friends are probably watching this like, damn, dude. But what I mean by like the mentality is very, very limited. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh man, no, you got to go to school. You got to work at Dunkin' Donuts. And why are you not doing that? And I'm over here trying to like, dude, we got to do this business, man. We're going to get rich. You know what I'm saying? And, but my dad's the one who inspires me the most. And he shows what being a man is about. To me,
was it scary at all doing this? Like, was it scary jumping into entrepreneurship?
Absolutely not.
Wasn't scary at all?
Come on, bro. They tell you to clean ceilings. You know what I'm saying? At a not even a real job. Like, this ain't even a real. This is an internship. They're saying, hey, look, this is what a job would look like when you get a job. No, I went all in, 2 feet, jumped all into the water, mad deep too. It's like 10 feet, 20 feet deep. I jumped. Because what's the alternative? To work 40 years? You know, or what? Get limited on how much I get paid? You know, there's people who say, hey, they can't travel with me to countries. Right now, we could pick up and go. But if I want somebody, a friend of mine who works a job, you know, he can't come with me because he needs vacation time, or I got to take off, or I got to do that. Once I saw the potential that, okay, if someone did this, someone became successful doing this, I can do it too. You know, what makes them different than me? And for me, in order for me to believe it, I had to work on myself. I had to convince myself that I was worthy enough for success. Because if I just sit around, you know, play video games all day and not work on myself and watch TV and say, I'm going to be successful, but still watch TV, I will never believe it. I had to put myself in the zone and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to cut everything off. It was hard for me in the beginning because no one ever told me this. Over time, I had to learn it. It was, you know, I'm playing Madden with my boys talking about I'm going to be successful. It doesn't work that way. We're talking about living a life of 10%, not even the 3%, the 1%, to have complete control of your time, money, freedom. Come on, man. There's nothing better than that to me. So I'm so grateful to the fact that when I saw that guy when he said, you know, that he was a high school dropout and he became a millionaire. I was like, man, I've been lied to this whole time. Like, you don't have to do this. And I wish someone would have told me, and I wish schools would tell you, hey, look, listen, you don't have to go this route. There's another route. It's harder. Like, say the truth. It's harder. It's difficult. We don't know much about it because we're teaching you about this, but there's options. See, growing up, they don't tell you there's options. It's just prepare you to go to work for the rest of your life. So to answer your question, no, it's not scary. It's definitely something that I saw and I said, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Nah, it's real. Well, man, we're gonna wrap this up. Man, I definitely appreciate the time.
My man,
Anthony here, the About It Life. Make sure how can I find you?
At Anthony Minaya, Anthony Minaya 1 on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. At the About It Life Instagram. And yeah, that's what I'm pumping out.
Nice, man. Definitely, again, appreciate the time. Once again, Mike, the 1% Mindset. And we're out, man.
Peace.